There we go. Perfect. All righty. So just a quick reminder. The one of the policies in our school now is that cameras should be on all the time. Or in case we have to go to the bathroom or something, well, you just let me know, and you can turn off your camera, but not and during classes, because among other schools, not we, fortunately not we, but they have had some problems so far as security. Okay, so now it's mandatory to have the cameras on, right? Okay, so please, well, I know Rosario and Gabi and Chema. Thank you, Chema, for turning on your camera. Perfect. All right, very good. Yes, of course, Andrea, you can go and come back. No problem. All right. So, how was your week? Well, I know Rosario's is busy, but the rest? How you been, Patty?
Not so busy. I am stay at home, doing stuff like cooking, cleaning, that's stuff. That's it.
Cool. What about you, the psychologist, Marta?
Hi, good morning, everyone. But I was working at home, like online, therapy of online, so I was working during the week.
Great, perfect, excellent. Hey, Galaxy A01 is a good friend of mine. She's Antonia, and she's gonna be joining us. She took the class with me in the classroom, and due to the pandemic, we haven't done much. So she's going to be joining us to practice. Okay. Cool. Julieta, how was your Saturday today?
Today,
Yes.
it was I tried to be productive this Saturday, so I tried to wake up early, but it's so cold, so I stay in bed. I couldn't make it.
Yeah, that's me every day. I'm like, okay, let me get up. Well, 5 minutes. And those 5 minutes turn on in 1 hour. Yes, I know what you mean. Cool. So, Gabi, you're here. Kareli, who else is missing? Well, we have everybody here. All right, so you're ready for the presentations? So who was first? I think Erika, right? Erika, you were last week's presentation. Erika,
Yes.
with whom?
Alondra.
Alondra, cool. All right, so after your feedback, after the feedback we have given you, why don't you go ahead and change it and do it better?
Okay. We made some change for the presentation, and it's the same level, basic. The warm up is asking question about their activities in a day and getting and getting to know someone. With the game, we will rock you. Do you know what is it?
No.
No. Okay, Alondra, can you show to the?
Well, we found out that it is called Hands Game, and it's with the song. We will rock you. We just clap our hands like the song, So it's like 2 claps and then in the legs. And then 2 claps and then in the legs. And well, they make the sound. And well, they start telling their names. For example, my name is Alondra. I'm gonna start like this. Like this. My name is Alondra. Alondra is my name. And then they're gonna continue with the same, telling their names.
Okay.
And that is about, well, that is for the topic, getting to know someone. Yes, I don't know if it's okay.
Okay, thank you. And then we made some question, basic question. For example, what time, making signs. What time do you usually get up, or sometime, no? For example, do your activity change, bueno, and explain, no? In the last months, and different question. The point number 2 is the objective, learn. It's about simple present and verbs.
And we chose some verbs,
Yes.
and they were, for the basic ones, eat, study, drink, read, and write. And then in a study, we're gonna show some flashcards about daily routines and also about the verbs. And then the student activities will be to order the flashcards according to their daily routine. And well, the evaluation is going to be listen to the following words and guess the verb. For example, in that case, as they are basic and they don't know how to speak in English, we're gonna use simple words for them to guess the meaning. For example, if I say sandwich, they're gonna say eat. Okay, eat is the verb. And then if I say pencil, they're gonna guess them the verb, that is write. And then if I say water, they're gonna guess the verb, that is drink. And then if I say school, they're gonna guess the verb, that is study. And then if I say book, for example, if I say book, I'm gonna show a book, and then they're gonna guess the verb, that is read. And that's the evaluation strategic that we did.
That's it.
Yes.
So you think with those words, basic students will actually be able to understand you?
Yes, because I think that what you said last week, because the basic level, we need to make something signs or making, I don't know, with my face or show something.
Okay, very good.
For example, do you show word today that you say last week, no? Or in the flashcards, or the drawing is very simple.
Yes. Teachers, feedback. What do you think? Any comments? No? Okay. So very good. I like it. Tell me the time. You never mentioned the time. Could you tell me the time, please?
Yes. Do you have, Alondra, the time? I thought.
Well, I'm not sure, but it's about like 50 minutes class. I think so. 40 minutes, 50 minutes.
Okay. That's my point. If let's say that you have 40 minutes. See,
Yes.
every lesson plan is different. I mean, same lesson plan, every group is different. Okay. Mm-hmm. What if you have a group that does the 50-minute class pretty good? Then on the next group, they went so fast because they're a little bit more advanced than the other group, and then you finish at 40 minutes. What are you going to do?
Well, for example, in that case, we did one for intermediate level, and it was about, they were the same topics, and we're gonna ask different questions if they already know how to speak. Well, we're gonna ask different questions. Can you help me, Erica, with the questions?
Yes, for
Intermediate
example,
level?
yes. What time do you usually get up? Because when I said this question, I confused this question for the level intermediate. What time do you usually get up? Do your activity change in the last months? And the verbs is different. The verbs were that is in simple present, but the verbs are do, think, learn, fix, and travel. And the study talk about in pairs about the flashcards. The flashcard is daily routines. The student activity is work in pairs and order this flash and discuss something they can ask to the other person. No, and for the evaluation, the verbs is for example, for do, we make sentences and we have a blank space and they have to complete. For example, for the verb do, your homework. For the verb think is what do you what do you think?
Think.
For example, for the learn, blank space and a new language. For fix, blank space and the car. For travel, space and to Japan. And I forget something else.
There was another activity. It was making yes, no questions about your daily routines with your partner. So they're gonna work in pairs if they know how to speak. And for example, in the questions that we were going to ask at the beginning of the class, another one was, do your activities change in these last months? And we were going to make some questions like those for them to think. And for example, what you say about critical thinking and stuff like that.
And that's it.
Those hipiosas things that I say. Okay, I have an observation. But I won't say it until, I won't say it, but first, let me listen to you. I'll give you a clue. Do you notice how many topics Erica and Alondra are presenting or recycling in this class? Think about it. Paréntesis. Cindy.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Oye, échame la mano. Alex está contagiado de COVID. Sus abuelos están en el hospital y su papá también. ¿Puedes dar una clase de C1?
¿En qué horario?
Ahorita de 10 a 12.
¿A qué hora?
Ahorita ya, de 10 a 11 y 11 a 12.
Sí, si quieres.
¿Sí?
Sí, está bien, mándamela.
A ver, déjame, te mando la...
Doy el tema que ya tenía preparado.
Sí, o sea, digo, me acaba de avisar que él no está grave, el que está grave es su abuelo y que está toda la etapa, que se la pasó, así me dijo, me pasé toda la noche buscando hospital, para empezar. Y ya
está bien, canijo, yo también tengo a mi papá igual y yo también estoy contagiada, pero bueno, está bien.
Sí, es videozoom02@gmail.com.
Perdón, teacher, es que recibí una llamada. ¿Me puede repetir la información? Perdóneme.
Ok, un momento, Gaby. Déjame termino con Cindy.
Videozoom02
@gmail.com.
Ajá.
Y la contraseña es equipo 001, ya la sabes. Con la E mayúscula y cierras paréntesis. Equipo 001 y cierras paréntesis.
Ajá, ok. E mayúscula, ok. Sí, enseguida entro y ya, gracias. ¿Es de 10 a qué, perdón?
De 10 a 12.
¿Es de 10 a qué? Ok, gracias.
Vale, bye. Sorry, guys.
Don't worry.
Chavos, ya maestra Cindy va a estar en su clase. En unos 5 minutos se conecta. para que entren a su clase. Gracias. Sorry about that. Pobre Alex. Anyways, Gaby, we were talking about that Erika and Alondra have presented their lesson plan and their activities, okay? I have an observation, but I won't give my choro until I listen to you, okay? First, I'll give you a clue about my observation. Did you notice how many students, how many topics did Erica and Gabi Alondra presented or recycled? No, not exact number, but
yeah, too many.
too many. Not exact number, but that's the
Can
word.
I make another observation?
Yes, please.
They're teaching present simple, and when you're talking about changes, then you are talking about past. So careful there.
Yes,
Thank you.
because if you're doing present simple, obviously they don't know. First of all, they don't know simple past, and even if they knew, too much information, you know. Oh, you're going to overwhelm your students. That's the word, overwhelm. You understand that word, overwhelm? Así como que los van a saturar.
Okay.
So no, remember, and this is a premise that I want everybody to pay attention and to memorize. The simple, the better. The simpler, the better. That's a premise. Students don't need choro. Students are studying English. They're not taking the PhD in linguistics, applied linguistics. They just learning English. If you first of all, you need to take care of your TTT. Millie, what is your TTT? TTT stands for? I know you know that. Millie? Millie está perdida en el espacio. Who else was with me in the other, maybe no. You remember that, Julieta? What is TTT? Julieta, Antonia?
No, I don't remember.
No remember? Patty?
Can you?
Teacher's talking time.
Your teacher's talking time. Your TTT should be minimal. No need no choro. They just you're just going to guide them, facilitate them. See, Alondra and Erika?
Yes, yes.
So and Rosario's point is very good. You're teaching, if you go to present simple and then at the end, did you that, yes or no, did you, yes or no? That's confusing. Even if they knew, again, even if they knew the simple past, it's going to be confusing for them. And bottom line, they're not going to learn.
Okay.
Alberto Zúñiga y Fabiola, remember that it's mandatory your cameras on. Thank you. All right. Very good. So who's next? Erika, tell me, pick one.
Oh, Ivan Canul, because it's my first.
Y a mí me dijo que le caía Superman, que no sé qué.
No, it doesn't. No, it's the first the camera I see here. The first is Ivan.
Okay, Ivan. Ivan,
yes.
who are you talking with? Okay, no, déjame decirlo mejor. Whom are you working? With whom are you working?
I don't remember.
Oh my Lord in heaven. That's even worse.
It was with me.
Together, no? Chema and Ivan.
Chema. Okay.
Sheesh.
Okay, the first thing we did was the warm-up. Okay, our warm-up is, first we are going to begin about asking to the students what do they do, or what's the first thing they do when they woke up. We were focused in basic level, so with physical moves, we are going to help them to asking them about what do they do when they wake up. For example, Pedro, do you wake up? Do you brush your teeth after wake up? That's examples about our warm up.
Okay, then for the vocabulary, we were thinking of doing a little game and using an alphabet soup with around 10 to 12 words. And with simple words that had to do with the topic. For example, if we're talking about what we do in the morning, we could use like breakfast, wake up, get ready, clothes, bed, stuff like that. And each time they find a new word, we could ask them to make a sentence with that. For example, they find breakfast. Okay, now make a sentence with that, and they say, I don't know, I wake up and eat breakfast. Something simple.
Okay, and after that, we are going to show them a video about different persons starting their day and asking them what do they do mostly. And then in the follow up, we are going using the new vocabulary. The students will play charades.
Charades, I think.
Charades, I think.
Yes, it's charades.
And our evaluation is about if they learned about the new vocabulary, showed about the alphabet soup and the videos. And that will be all. And that's it.
Okay. Tell me, well, first of all, teachers attack.
Is basic level 2?
Yes, it's basic level.
Excuse me, I think it's very important what kind of students are you going to have to teach, because it's not the same kinder and primary etc. And I think it's very important to say what kind of students you are going to have.
Okay, we were focused on elementary school, so we have the time about the activities. For example, I have it. And Warmup, we are the Warmup will last 5 minutes. In the main presentation, it will be 25 minutes, and follow up, it will be 20 minutes.
So you have a total of 30 minutes class.
No, it will be 50 minutes. In main presentation, it's 25, and follow up 20 minutes, and warm up 5 minutes.
Ah, okay. I didn't listen to that. Thank you.
Okay. Who else has a comment? No? I have an observation. Would you repeat again your warm-up, please?
Asking students about their day.
Okay. Let's say that we're your students. How would you ask?
For example, what's the first thing you did when you woke up? Maybe wording it a little simpler than that, but something along the lines. Or what did you have for breakfast? Or
okay. I have an observation about that. What is the purpose of a warming up, or the warm-up?
Introduce the topic to the students.
Okay. What are the characteristics? What are the characteristics of the warm-up?
Simple. I think simple and
Uh-huh.
easy for the basic level, and introduce a new vocabulary.
You think it's introducing new vocabulary?
Oh, no?
No?
Oh, no.
You
I
have
don't know.
another part where it's called vocabulary presentation.
Okay.
Sorry, Gabby?
The time,
Okay, the time, how much is the time?
an hour.
No, the warm-up. Only the warm-up, the part of the warm-up. It's only 5 to 8 minutes. What was that they could be better in the warm-up?
It's like a game for take the attention to the students.
Uh-huh.
No more than 8 minutes, no?
Okay. Marta said it correctly. You need to gain students' interests, correct? Okay, now, if you ask too many questions or if you introduce new words or new grammar points or something new or too many hard questions, what would happen in the warm-up consequently?
They will get bored.
Okay, and then consequently, the rest of the class would be?
Boring.
Boring and ruin, chaos, anarchy.
Distracted.
Right? So, warm up. My suggestion, Chema and Ivan, is make it simpler, more direct and simpler questions. No? Can you repeat one of the questions, Chema?
What did you have for breakfast?
Okay.
An example here.
Okay. What was your main presentation?
About what was it? What was the name? I forgot the word.
The alpha, it's about present a video in alphabet soup.
Yeah, but what is your objective in the main presentation?
Routines.
Okay, so Chema and Ivan, you cannot ask, what did you have at breakfast, because what happens? Rosario, what is the fault in that?
Again, past.
Oh my
And it
Lord,
was
exactly.
present
If it's
simple,
past,
right?
why present? Or is either past or is present? First
Yes,
of all,
you can.
yes, Patty?
You can confuse your students because you are
No,
asking.
it can
other
be
sessions.
what do you have for breakfast every day?
Exactly.
Right?
Why don't you have a
habits.
calendar? Oh, no calendar. ¿Cómo se llama? Los weekly planners. ¿Sí los han visto? Que tienen Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, Monday, what is your breakfast on Monday? What is your breakfast on Wednesday? What is your breakfast? If you ask did you, Chema and Ivan, that will be confusing for your students. Okay? So be careful on that. Again, TTT, students no need no choro. Okay, good. Good, Chema. Pick one.
I don't know, Kareli.
Kareli.
It was completely random.
Que le caía re mal, que no sé qué. Que está bien, pues.
Sorry, I can hear.
You're next for the presentation.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. Can I share my screen?
Sorry?
Can I share my screen, person?
Yes. Oh. With whom are you working with?
With me.
Oh,
Wait,
cool.
Andrea.
All right, you're allowed to share screens already.
Okay. This is our presentation. Okay. Is about the clothes. And the first question is, what is your favorite clothing? and I was thinking make expressions and maybe mimic because it's a basic level, and yeah, introduce children to the topic, the vocabulary. What is your favorite clothing? And maybe I don't know. What is your favorite clothing in right now, or what is what we use at the moment? Shoes, or in this moment I use the jacket. I don't know, maybe it's my idea. Yes, Andrea?
Yes. Ask the kids what clothing do they like, and what are they using right now?
And next is a vocabulary, the pronunciation. Maybe jeans. Please, guys, repeat after me. Jeans. Short. Yeah. And continue with the next words. And the mechanical drill. Repeat the pronunciation. Yeah. Only the students. And semi-mechanical, what is that? Is a question for the students. What is that? And the students tell us the answer. Yeah. And the critical thinking. What are you wearing right now? Yeah. And the students explain, what are you wearing right now? Would like continue, Andrea?
Sure. Yeah. So we get the main presentation where we will the topic will teach today is going to be present simple. So here we have the structure of the sentences of a sentence in present simple. We have the basic structure and then an example on the second. Well, the second one. And this is the consolidation, and we will have the kids make 2 sentences in present simple based on the pictures above. And we actually kind of skipped over one sheet that went in the main presentation, which is the conversation. So we are going to read that and then ask the kids about it.
Yeah, and the teacher read the conversation to the students, can listen the pronunciation, and after question about the conversation. And that's all.
Very nice. Applaud you. First of all, your layout, that was pretty cool. You can tell you're a kindergarten teacher. Cool. Pretty cool. And so very, very well done. I have a couple of observations, but I want everybody to give their opinion. So teachers comment. Yes, Rosario, go ahead.
I think it was very good, but I'm missing like a short video or a game or something just to clear the air, you know?
Yeah, you're too traditional. And you don't want to be the collect teacher. So insert an audio or or at least a tic-tac-toe game or something, you know. What else? Any other comment? What about the warm-up? I have a problem with the warm-up. Okay, not with you. I have an issue with classes having the best warm-up, because for me warm-up is actually essential. If you don't have a good warm-up, your class, you can have the best main presentation, but they won't pay attention to you anyway. So what about the warm-up? Any observations about the warm-up? What was the question on the warm-up?
What's your favorite clothing?
Oh, what is your favorite clothes or clothing or something like that? What is your favorite? Okay. And then your vocabulary was the clothing, correct? Yes, Kareli? Okay. So, do you see the flaw in the mistake in that? Let me give you an example. Give me an example. So Julieta se va a casar y entonces necesita aprender a cocinar. Entonces llega al cooking class y le dice, ¿cuál es tu comida mediterránea favorita? Y Julieta es, pues, milanesas, tacos, tlacoyos. Y entonces en el vocabulario dice el maestro, mira, la comida mediterránea es, y nombra 10 diferentes platillos. Do you see the mistake in that part? Julieta doesn't know the Mediterranean food. Yes, Julieta.
The teacher had to introduce first what Mediterranean food is, and then after showing like, oh, it could be this and this and this, then what would you like to try or something like that. So first introducing the topic and then asking about it.
Very good, Julieta. So, see, Kareli and Andrea? That's why
Yes.
your students will, most of English students break into Spanish. Because they're yes, Erika?
Can I start the warm-up using, for example, in this case, today I am using a jacket, no? Or today I have a new boots. I don't know. Can I use this or no?
Yeah, that will be, that actually, that's
maybe change the question and maybe write my favorite clothes or clothing. And my favorite coat is use the shirt, maybe. Yeah.
But see, they don't know. They don't know the names of the clothing. That's the problem, Kareli. You cannot ask something that they don't know. Yes, Alberto.
Oh, the teacher.
Yes, well, I think you can use, or we can use some cards with some images for clothes and say, I don't know, come on, repeat after me. This is, I don't know, a t-shirt or a socks or a pants or something like that. Something that the children can see and can, I don't know, well, they get up and they pay attention to that or to something like he can or they can see.
Okay. Yes. But that will be in the vocabulary presentation, Alberto. We're still in the warm-up. What about this? If it's very basic, they most likely know, or you can even say the stations. Where are the stations? No, es que es ¿cómo se llama? Spring, summer, autumn,
fall and winter.
And winter. So, Julieta, do you like winter?
So.
Okay. Do you like Summer?
I love
Okay,
summer.
so draw 4 clothing you wear in summer. Luego, Anaí, do you like winter?
Yes, I like.
Sí. Finally, somebody when a reasonable. Okay, thank you, Anaí. So she likes winter. Draw 4 y así se van. So then you collect and then you present the vocabulary. Ah, Julieta, these are bikini. This is short. This is, okay, Anaí, this is a jacket. This is, because, see, my problem is, and my point being, is that if you ask something from your students that they don't know, they don't master, or there are, what's the word? They are not sure, then they're going to break into Spanish. Y ya sabes, el famoso, Miss, ¿cómo, how do you say? Miss, how do you say that? Which is, it's okay, pero no tanto. Luego se van por el baño, ¿no? Miss, how do you say? Es que ayer mi abuelita se cayó y no pudo hacer la tarea. Okay, so if you guide them, again, guide them.
Teacher,
Yes, Gaby.
for me, it's very important to give the new words to learn, because always we need to aprender new words.
You learn new words. Yes, that's in the vocabulary, Gaby. In the vocabulary. Were you here last week? You probably weren't here last week, right? Okay, well, I'll send you the link so you can watch the class. Lady. Okay. Let me see, who was it? Kareli. Pick one.
Nora.
A mí me dijo, voy a agarrar a Nora. Entonces,
Ya, Nora.
a ver, paréntesis. Mili, te estoy viendo tu carita, te estás sintiendo re mal, sé que tienes COVID. Si no puedes estar en la clase, no te preocupes, ¿va?
Gracias. Así me quedó la cara. No, voy a estar escuchando mientras tanto. ¿Sí?
Okay, cool. All right.
Gracias.
Nora, off you go.
Okay. I wasn't here last class, but
You promised to watch the YouTube class.
yes, but I don't know if I am correct or not, what I did.
Okay, see, okay, paréntesis, what Nora just said is all the students thinking. ¿Es correcto o incorrecto? Dude, you're a student. Dude, this is not an exam.
Okay.
And if you were an exam, you're still a student. Okay?
Okay.
So no, worries not, like the British say. Okay, so
Okay.
Nora, go off you. So you have a partner, right?
No, I don't have any.
Are you prepared?
So.
Okay, so that means yes. Okay, so off you go.
Okay. Okay, so for the warm up, I decided to, well, I was thinking on dividing the group in two, just have the class sitting just separated and make sure everybody's looking at the board and everything. And then I'll write a word in the board. First I wrote animals in a big words, and then I put my favorite animal is dogs, and then I'll ask the students, what is your favorite animal? And well, they will respond, or I'll ask directly Juan, what is your favorite animal? Mine is dog. I like point to the board and see or write other animals. Maybe they maybe said cat, or I'll help them with like, this is a horse with some cards showing the animal. And I'll go with more questions, like, do you have any pets, any animals at home? Or I just like maybe show my pets. This is my cat. Her name is Luna. Or show other animals. And for the vocabulary, I just well, the topic will be animals, obviously. And just more questions. Maybe are you a dog person, or are you a cat person, or do you like going to zoos? Are you afraid of animals? Those are some questions that I thought, and just let the students talk. Basically, just tell me what is your favorite animal and why. Why is your favorite animal? So that I don't know if that's that's enough, or I have to have a conclusion, or yes.
Okay. Teachers attack.
I think she did pretty well.
Okay. Any observations?
How do you present the new vocabulary? I can see this.
Well, my vocabulary was related to animals, so I just show some animals, not probably not all of them, but for example, zebra, and show the pronunciation. Instead of zebra, is zebra, and just show them with my mouth, basically. Yes, just basically show them all the list of animals and show them how to pronounce the words.
Okay. Any other, Larondra?
Well, maybe the questions, in the questions that she's asking, if they are basic level, they are not going to know how to answer to those questions. Maybe in some of the questions that I listened.
Okay. I have some observations too. Yes, Gaby.
When you are in the classroom, what are you do first? Because I don't hear your presentation.
Yeah, what's the warm-up?
Okay, so I divide the class in two, not in pairs. It's just like dividing the classroom. And the warm-up is the activity of putting the word animals in the board and telling them my favorite animal is dogs. And that will be like something that the students can pay attention to and see that we are going to talk about animals. And well, I don't, that's my warm-up, that the customers see the topic that we are going to talk about. And then ask them, what is your favorite animal? For example, mine is dog, as I said. That will be my warm-up.
Or maybe in the warm-up you can, for example, play a song about the animals, or something like that, to get the attention of your students.
Right.
I wouldn't suggest the song, okay? Okay, guys, pay attention to me for a moment. I know you're watching porn and stuff, but this is basic. Okay, don't expect a lot from your students. Expect what it is. It is what it is. Remember that expression, it is what it is. So, yeah, Rosario.
I would start by like taking the animals, putting the animals in categories, you know, the farm animals, the zoo animals, the pets, and make it simpler, you know, like only pets. We're going to talk about pets. Okay, so you have dog, cat, fish, and I don't know, hamster, right?
Yes, yes.
So those four will give you an entire class, right? Then farm animals, another class, or even you can divide farm animals into two, you know, and then zoo animals, and then wild, or, you know, like simpler, right?
Exactly. The more that, yes, Alberto.
Well, maybe we can make an example in the warm up from some activity, like I have a dog, or pick some children or some kid and says, "Do you have you have a pet? Yes, no. What do you have? A dog, a cat, a fish? I don't know, something like that."
That would be very good for the main presentations when you're presenting something. And let me tell you why, Alberto, because here the problem is, the question is that Nora said, what is your favorite animal? No, that's your warm-up. Yes, Nora? The problem is, same problem with the previous presentations. They don't know. Okay? They don't know. So you, like Rosario said, the simpler the better. So maybe you would wrap your class in one topic: pets, house pets. But what if, because what is your favorite animal, Chema? How do you say velociraptor? No, it's a valid answer. Number one, even though it's in Spanish, because he doesn't know. And secondly, you never said even fictitious. No, how do you say Godzilla? So the simpler the better, Miss. Okay. So pets, house pets. You have a big banner, pets, and maybe 4 or 5 nada más así. Bird, dog, cat, blah, 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 no? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, this is a dog. Repeat, dog. This is a bird. Repeat, bird, blah, 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 blah. After you've done it, okay, now you can ask, what is your favorite pet animal? Ya cambia because they already know. Ya te evitaste todo el de, Miss, ¿cómo se dice? Miss, ¿y aquí qué digo? Miss, ¿y cómo iba aquí? Those questions, when I observe classes and I hear those questions, it's teacher's fault. Punto. Okay? Alondra, Alondra, and then Alberto.
I just want to know, why wouldn't you suggest the song in the warm-up?
Okay, very good. Lady, acabamos de adoptar un perro que no manches, está todavía en la trance de adaptarse. Okay, I could answer and give you the cátedra, pero prefiero que los más experimentados me contesten. ¿Por qué no un song in the warm-up?
Because you have to introduce first.
Can you elaborate in your answer, Mariana?
Well, because you can, because I suppose that is because in the warm-up first, so you have to be introducing to the topic or giving them, or you can ask something about, or you can do a question about the topic like Carelli did, and that's a reason I think so.
Okay, all right. Yes, Rosario?
To get your students interested in the topic.
If it's, thank you, Rosario. If it's too challenging, in other words, if it's too hard, would it get your students' interest? No, Gabi?
No, of course not.
No, on the contrary, Alondra. So let me show you this. I will take this moment to show. I don't know. Yes, everybody can see my whiteboard. Not if you see it. Cool.
Yes.
Okay, so I've done this before, but I'm gonna do it again. So imagine that this is your class, okay? So this is 0 minute, and this is 60 minute. Yes. Acuérdense que dijimos last week, if you have a group of 2 hours, how many lesson plans, Juliet?
2.
Very good.
First 2.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Nada más estaba checando if you were paying attention. Very good. So, and then, let me move this. Okay, thank you. Then it's 4 stages. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. This is, we're going to call it, I know. No. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4. Okay? Thus, stage 1 is what, Ivan, in the lesson plan?
Warm up.
Very good. Stage 2 is the Anaí.
Vocabulary.
Very good. Stage 3 is the Marta, Lucia, the psychologist.
Yes. Main topic.
The main presentation.
Main presentation, sorry.
Very good. You sounded like a Cindy from Australia, mate. And the 4th stage, Alondra? You didn't study last week. Oh, my Lord in heaven.
I don't remember.
Alberto, 4th stage?
Conclusion.
Very good. The conclusion, the warm-up, the wrap-up.
Consolidation.
¿Mande? Mariana?
Consolidation.
The consolidation. Very good. Thank you. Okay. So this is your class. Because if you have a class that goes from here to here with the 4 stages, what would happen to your class, Ivan?
The class will be successful and the students will learn.
Are you sure? If your class is stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, and you just talk like this all the time, and then you don't do any activities because let's do open the workbook, please, on page 56, blah, 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 blah. How would your class be?
Kind of boring.
Boring, chaos.
Unsuccessful.
Exactly. It could be both ways. It could be very boring or too overwhelming. Maybe you drink cup of coffee, couple of Prozacs, you have sex in the morning, you're too happy to give a class, and then you start boom, boom, all the activities. Your students, by this point, will be crashed. See the difference? So we need to have a low challenge, medium challenge, high challenge, and low challenge. O sea, facilito, más menos, super hard y facilito.
So you suggest that the song could be at the end?
Yeah, not really. Remember, facilito. The song, it should be here or here.
Okay.
Okay? So when you start eliciting, Okay. Favorite places for vacations. Tell me, Patty, what is your favorite place on vacation?
Favorite place is the beach.
The beach. Beatriz, what is your favorite place for vacations? The beach is not an option. Give another option.
A camping? I don't know.
Camping in the park, in the mountains. Mariana, tell me a best place for vacations. It's no beach, no camping.
My house.
Okay, I buy it. Okay, we're good. But another three or four students ask. Now, was it difficult, the question?
No.
Very simple. And then I go to the vocabulary presentation. Okay, so let's talk about two activities for place for vacations. And then I have a poster. Swimming. Where do you swim, Andrea? In camping or in the ocean?
The ocean.
Very good. And then I have a poster of a fire, no, in the woods. So where do you make a fire, Alondra? In the house or in the woods?
In the woods.
Very good. And then so far, so far. So it's a little bit more complex, the questions. And then you go into the main presentation, okay? And the main presentation is where you actually challenge. O sea,
May I say something?
Yes, who said that?
Millie.
Okay, go ahead, Millie.
In the warm-up, you get them an idea to the topic. You put the concept to them. You introduce, you warm the environment to them. And then you continue with the class with a new topic. But in the warm-up, you just get them the idea.
Yes.
They catch the new topic.
Very good. So in this case, my class is about vacations. And my main presentation is about present simple, excuse me, present continuous or present progressive, okay? So then I go to the main presentation and then I say, okay, so, and then I start pushing them harder. Okay, Chema, tell me, so I have the words, no, swimming, and camping, excuse me, making a fire, blah, blah, blah. Chema, you are right now in Tulum. Super fresa, Chema. Okay, Chema, ¿te me fuiste?
I didn't understand the place.
Tulum, no sé dónde está Tulum. Okay, you're in Cancun. Okay, you're in Cancun. Tell me, and then I place the both verbs, swim and sleeping. You're in Cancun right now. Pick one activity.
Swim.
Swim. So then I go. Okay. I swim. ¿Cómo se escribe swim? Así. Swimming. I swim in the ocean. Okay. But Chema is in Cancun right now. So I am swimming in the ocean. ¿Sí está bien escrito? Swimming in the ocean. Y así me voy con todos los demás. Ya I challenge them more. Ya cuando me voy aquí, at the, at the warm up, excuse me, in the wrap up, then I just ask, okay, let's see, Juliet, you are right now in classes, right? So what are you doing right now?
I'm learning how to teach.
Very good. Now, you're in your house, right?
Yeah.
What is Idai doing?
He's eating papaya.
Okay, very cool. His brother. All right. See my point, Alondra? And everybody?
Yes, thank you.
You need to guide them. So when you finish your 60-minute class, your students, ya terminó. A lo que sigue. Okay? Good. All righty. Who presented? That was Chema, ¿verdad? No?
Me.
Yes, Nora. Nora, so
Yeah.
your feedback, understood?
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much.
It's 11:10. You want to take a pee break? Yes. Okay. So we'll meet back at 11:15. No, excuse me, 11:25. Okay. So I'll meet you here 11:25. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Ah, mira, Patty. ¿Cómo se llama?
His name is Loki.
Mira.
He's 10 years old. He's my baby.
Las mías están dormidas. All right. See you 11:25. Okay, guys, we're back. Cool. So, oh my Lord in heaven, nobody is turning the computers on. Ready? Cool. Gaby, Carelli, Juliet, Mariana, Londra, Alberto, Marta, Derek. Turn the cameras on. Manifest. The
here,
power of Christ compels you.
I'm here, teacher, but I don't like the camera.
It's mandatory, Derek. Now it's mandatory. I know you weren't here for the announcement, but it's mandatory for security reasons. I know you, but the rest of the students, not this group, but the English students and everybody wants camera on, and they're right at the end of the day. Okay, so Nora, pick one. Nora, yes.
Erika Leon.
Oh, she was the first one.
Okay, I wasn't here. Okay, Anai.
Anai, yes. Anai, with whom are you working?
With Mariana.
Mariana? Oh, yes, Mariana, yes. Mariana, stop watching porn. Pay attention. She's still in the bathroom. Okay. Let's see. Beatriz, with whom are you working?
With Alberto.
Okay, so let's do Alberto and Beatriz and then Mariana and Anaí, okay?
No, please. We at the end.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, please. Albert, you can start.
Okay. The topic is the typical morning in your home. And this is a class for children. For warm up, we choose a song and a video with a song. The song, "This is the way." Like this is the way I brush my teeth, or this is the way I dress up, or something like that. No, so
The song goes like this. This is the way I brush my hair, brush my hair, brush my hair. This is the way I brush my hair at 7 o'clock in the morning. This is the way I go to school, go to school, go to school. This is the way I go to school. So at 9 o'clock in the morning, more or less. Sorry, because I don't, but
pretty good.
That's the song.
Well, that's the song. I don't have some. I'm not a good singer, so. Well, for vocabulary, we think could be a good idea to make the cards, like I said previously, with some with some words like eat. Put a kid eating something, no? Um, Study and a kid with a book or something like that. So the children can pay attention and they will know what's the meaning of that, no? So, well, for vocabulary is that maybe it could be 7 or 6 words. like eat, dress, wash, study, play, something like that. And for the main presentation, we will do an activity like a mimic game. So could be I choose a kid. I will say it. You have to act. I don't know. You have to act, or you have to do with your hands or with your body. Um, eat, and the kid could be eat, or wash your teeth, and say it like that. No, or wash your hands.
Sorry,
Uh,
Albert. And for this, we have some flashcards. For example, for the activities, listen, run. We have also sing in the music class or something like that. So we can also show them the, how do you say, the flashcard and ask them to say the activity. Okay,
yes.
so Alberto, what is this?
Run.
Okay.
And I have to run.
So, what is this?
And yeah. Well, listen. I know. I'm playing.
Okay.
So, well, the activity is that. Um, for the conclusion, I think could be a good idea to make a draw. Let the kids make a draw. Do something like they like eat or play or run or I don't know, something of the words or the new vocabulary. And that's all.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Teachers, feedback.
Don't be cruel, please.
Yeah, Grace?
I think it was very interactive, and the song, I can't get rid of the song. It's still playing on my mind. So that would be good for the students. I only think maybe conclusion, like to do some kind of test at the end, but everything else, I liked it.
Thank you.
Very good. What do you think about is little children? Okay, the class, I understand that. It's for little
Sorry?
children.
Yes, it's for children.
Okay. Muy bien. The warm up, you plays a song. Do they know the activities? They know,
Yes,
no. Do they know the words?
they are supposed to know well, some verbs, the main verbs, because when they are in first grade, they learn verbs like wash your hands, I don't know, play, run, or don't run, for example, because they are commands like that they must know.
Yes,
Okay.
I think. But well, I have a something with that because uh, not all the teachers, but some teachers uh, treat the children like they didn't know anything. But mm, I think the children are very intelligent and they will know. So for this topic, you have to have a previous knowledge. No, so I think we will use that knowledge to make the presentation, to make the lesson.
I like that. Previous knowledge. Previous knowledge is important one. Okay, very good. Time. What about time? What is your time table?
Well, For warm up, the video and the mimic activity, maybe 8 minutes. The video is very short, like 2 minutes. So the mimic will be very quick. And the vocabulary, also 10 minutes. So for the presentation or for the main presentation activity, it's a game, and you have to be very, I don't know, you have to play with them. You have to be part of the activity. So if you have some, or you pay attention to the children, you could be uh, to get their attention, and obviously the kids will know, or will learn. So I think the main presentation could be like 20 minutes, something like that, and the conclusion could be a 10 minutes with a draw, because they are kids, so they are some slow. So we have
Maybe,
to.
and maybe when they are doing the drawing, making the drawing, they can still listening to the song, just because they are like just for you don't have a lot of silence, and they get concentrated, and maybe they get concentrated in their drawing, and maybe they can get some ideas. They can remember okay, walk to school, no, for example. Okay, do my homework, something like that.
Yes, also you can put the flashcards in the blackboard,
On the blackboard.
so they can see what's the image,
The picture.
the picture.
Very good. Actually, that was a very nice touch. Everybody must have is the flashcards. Now with Zoom classes, it's very easy. You share your screen, download with Google Images, YouTube, and that's very simple, very easy. Very good. I like it. Any other comment? No? Very good. I like it.
Thank you.
I like the song too. All right, Anaí and Malena.
You love my
yes.
We did it very different because we didn't want to opacar a los demás.
Sure.
So I'm so sorry. We understood something a little bit different, but okay. We're going to present them. Okay, so we thought that was we have few minutes, so we did it very simple, and we thought that was with minutes and everything. So we wrote the warm up, the vocabulary, the main. We did it like a how do you say, like a planning or something, and we put it talk about lifestyles using, and we just add present statements, yes or no questions. We were not sure. Then describe a typical morning in your home using vocabulary words, and we put 15 minutes. And then main presentation, discuss weekly routines, present statements, yes or no questions, because we put it according to the material that we had. Well, to the well, was not material, was like steps. And then was discuss weekly routines, follow up, discuss weekly routines, get to know someone, 8 minutes. And that's all. We did it because we thought that was according to put an in each part of the planning, the words that you gave us. So we did it of this way. I don't know if you want to add something, Anaí.
Anaí? is gone, I guess. Let me see. Oh, okay. Okay, teachers, feedback.
For example, can you tell me what are the questions that you're gonna ask?
Very good question.
Well, yes, it's because we did it different because I have to be honest, we understood that a different way, but maybe could be, let me check, but maybe as I could do to do some, just let me check I had to talk about lifestyle. Okay, I can ask, for example, what do you do usually in your life, or how is your life? Could be, because we are talking about lifestyles, could be of that way.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
comments about the questions?
Well, the structure of the lesson, I think, is okay, but maybe, well, you have to make it more interactive, because I think it's like Harrison says, it's like the Kool-Aid teacher. Well, I don't say that you are, no, but
Yes, don't
but
worry.
but I think could be more yes, like soft for the students, not like the Kool-Aid teachers.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, being honest, we thought that was a different way, but we're going to pay attention to the next time. Well, to ask you. Well, ask you.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you so much and congratulations to Kareli, because I want to say that I love when you present the with PowerPoint, the arrow. Was new for me, so thank you so much for that tip. And to Beatriz and Alberto, was very good to use flashcards, because I used to use flashcards before, but now I didn't. So thank you so much for remembering me.
Thank you, Mariana.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good. Excellent. Mariana, pick one.
Could be Derek Soto.
I don't think he was here last week. He wasn't here last week, right?
Patty.
With whom are you working with?
With
me.
We work together with Juliet and I.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
Yes.
so I will share my screen. So
Yes.
first we did, I think it happened the same than who just had their presentation? I mean the same. We did first a simple one, a basic one, and then we try to make it better. So I share my screen. Okay, first, it's just only like the structure of the class. Like warm up, first we teach, sorry, it's in different order. But first we teach the students the vocabulary, like with illustrations or pictures, and we make them repeat. And once they know how to say the vocabulary, we ask them about their routine, like what do you do in the morning, and then they can say something like have breakfast or take a shower or something like that. Then for the main presentation, we explain the grammar, but instead of giving a choro of what grammar could be, show them the structure of a sentence, like I, then verb, and the rest. So it will be easier for them to remember and not to translate from Spanish to English. Then use some mechanical drills, semi-mechanical drills, or critical thinking exercises so they can practice that grammar. Use some videos so they can improve their listening skills. Read something, so they work on the reading part, and ask them to make their own sentences so they can do writing and also practice to how the grammar, and make quizzes, games, or other activities where they can speak, and at the end do an evaluation. And then this was what we did last Saturday. So we did more the same activities, but with more details. So, Patty?
Yes. First, we can start our class warming up our students, making a kind of previous exercise, simple exercise or a game, such as we were talking about hangman. Sorry, I don't know if you know it. Just
this one. Can you see it?
No.
No, we can. Yes, we got it, but we can see it, and try to make our students guess what is the word, but we have to guess, and if they know they don't give the correct letter, we start to draw a man, but with very easy vocabulary that maybe saw in last classes. And then we start presenting the topic, asking these questions. Do you wake up early every day? Do you brush your teeth? Do you take a shower? Do you have a cup of coffee every morning? Do you work out? Do your parents make your breakfast every day? Can you change there, please? Okay. And then we can continue with the vocabulary. What is a habit? Routines? What is a small difference between a habit and a routine? Explain a little bit more. And also we can use this sentence in facts, or something that is truth. And we are going to use verbs in simple present. We are going to use do and does as auxiliaries. And she, he, it, always we are going to add an S in the verbs. Can you continue, Jolette, please?
Yeah, so as we say before, for the simple present tense, the structure, we just show them how they should make their own sentences, not like giving 3 paragraphs of the grammar. So for example, affirmative form, subject, then verb, then object, like I like sports. Negative form, how to make the same sentence, but in negative, like I do not or I don't like sports. And then how to make questions. So the same, we show them how to make their questions, the structure of those questions. And then we can teach them like how to conjugate some verbs, different verbs, and show them like the difference. Like we use for she, he, and it, we add an s at the end, but you singular and plural, they and we, it just stay the same. So they know when to use each one of them. Also teach them adverbs of time so they can know like things like, oh, I never take a shower, or I sometimes work out, because for simple present they can use that kind of information also, like in the morning or at night, or other expressions, so they can use those they know how to use those verbs with more information. And Patty?
Yes, talking about habits and routines, we use the simple present tense to talk about things we do frequently or every day, activities that repeat regularly. Example, I rarely go to the theater. She always combs her hair. I take a shower. I rarely eat an ice cream. And make that our students repeat this after me. And as continue with those examples, I run some kilometers on Sundays. I drink a beer every day a month. One a day a month, sorry. Do you practice sports? Yes, I do. Or no, I don't. Person teaches English every day. Some those examples and make our students aware how can they create their own sentences. We can start with this. Can you change the presentation? And then we present a kind of exercises where they have to complete the sentence, use the simple words, the simple present form of the verbs in the box. They have to choose what is the best answer. I like collecting things. For example, is the answer. Pablo listen to music on the bus. Carla goes shopping on Saturdays. My brother do martial arts, and my friend and I like computer games. Those are simple exercises. And then we had a video. They have to watch the video. After watching the video, they have to create their own story about their daily routine. Simple things that they can want to share us, what they do every morning, maybe, or what they do in the afternoons, or something like that. They have to create their own story. And I think this is our final consolidation or evaluation. Check them if they really understood our class. This is a simple test. Well, that's it. Do you want to add something, Juliet?
No, that's it.
Good. All right. Teachers attack.
Well, me.
I just have one question. All the things that you present is for one class? How long is the class?
We were thinking about a 60 minutes class. We can do it in this part of time, this period of time.
For example, I think that's too much information. That's too much information for a 60-minute class.
And I'm not talking about teachers. I'm not talking about the activities. You can have full of activities, but I believe and agree with Alondra and Beatriz. There is too much topics, too much subjectives,
Information.
too many topics, too many adjectives. Okay.
And I think that the topic, when you present the adverbs of frequency, that it was never, sometimes, I think that that's another class, a different class for those topics.
Yes, you're right. Thank you.
That's correct. I would suggest also the adverbs of time, another class.
Yes, I thought before, I thought this after watching all the activities to my classmates. And yes, I think that this could be into parts, maybe other classes.
Good. Any other comment? Can you share your screen again, Grace? With the presentation, I have a comment, but I can't remember. No. No. One before. One before. Okay, you delete that one. One before. No, one before. Okay. No, that one. Affirmative, negative, and interrogative form. Too much.
Okay.
It's either affirmative or negative or interrogative. Okay? Otherwise, you're going to overwhelm your students. All right? Good. Thank you, Grace. All right, very good. So that's it, right? No, nobody else. Chema ya pasó. Marta. Oh, Marta, right. With whom are you working?
With me, because I don't be present in the last class.
You weren't present, okay.
Yes.
Oh, and Fabiola, you weren't present either, right?
But I work in some part of the class, so maybe I will present some of this activity.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You asked me to present next week. I'm
Or
sorry.
maybe.
Oh, go ahead. If you're ready, I'm ready. Go ahead. Go for it. Off you go.
In the first part, okay. First, my topic is my daily activities. It's a class for teenagers. The warm-up is watch a part of movie or cartoon about daily activities. And then I show a flashcard with 7 words. And then I ask to the students questions like who combs his hair, or do Alice eat breakfast, or something like that for that video. And then with the flashcard, I do oral repetitions and give a short definition like breakfast is a meal eaten in the morning, or something like that. Short definitions with the flashcard. Only 7 words. And then I take a time to the mind presentation and show the structure of the grammar about simple past. And then I give flashcards for the students with questions, and they questions for another student. And I think that we can report the answer of the work pair, something like that. And finally, for my evaluations and consolidation, work in pair with an interview like a famous person, his daily activities. And that's all, I think.
All right, very concise. Comments, teachers? Feedback? Attack? No? Okay. I guess it was very good. I might need to see the questions to ask you, but to give you my feedback. But yes, I believe it's pretty cool. All right. Finally, Rosario, with whom you're working with? Oh, you know, you weren't here because you had some
I
emergency.
wasn't here. Yeah, I wasn't here last Saturday.
Yeah, you told me that you had an emergency with your brother or sister or something like that.
But you want me to show any of my presentations?
All right, go ahead.
Just if you want to.
Sure, please do so.
Wait, let me look for it. Okay, so I teach second grade and it's literacy. So my presentation for one day would be for instance, vocabulary. Every week we have a reading selection on our book. So I teach vocabulary every Tuesday because we read that selection on Wednesday. So you want me to show that, Gerson?
Yes.
Okay, wait, my connection is really slow today. Oh my God.
¿No puedes?
No, it's really slow. Let me. You want to do something, and while I'm looking
Well, I
for
think
it.
you're the last one, I believe.
Ah, okay. So everyone is hating me because everyone wants to go.
Okay, Gabby, were you here last week?
Yes, of course. I was with Betty and Alberto.
Okay, all right. Okay, cool. All right, all right. And Fabiola, were you here last week? No, I think she wasn't here. Okay, so we'll wait for you.
I was absent last week.
Okay, right. You weren't here last week, right?
Sorry, Gerson, I cannot open this. My connection is too slow today. Can I show you next week?
Sure. No problem. Next week you present. Okay, very good. All right. So, feedback for everybody. Brainstorming. So, out of now that we have seen all the presentations, what can we or what did we learn that we might apply for our classes? In other words, what did you like the most? I say, oh my God, this is gonna be helpful for me.
I
Nada?
think I think that you mentioned that we need to make it simple because sometimes we probably we are very worried about all the vocabulary, all the things that we need to teach, but in reality, we need to make it simple and try to bring the students to the attention and just have them learn something new, even if it's little. It's just better. You said simple is better, so I think that's one of the things that I am going to apply.
All right, simpler the better. Excellent. What else?
The warm up for me, I need to prepare more for the warm up because it's the first part of the class.
So what? But tell me in practical words, like practical actions. What are you gonna do? I mean, Nora said the simpler the better. Activity simpler, right, Nora? Simpler activities. Okay. So Erika, you said make your warm up better. How better? I mean, like, what do you mean by make it better?
For example, the Carelli presentation, I like it very much. And I start with the fashion show, for example, no, for the kids walking and look at this. And I'm talking, no, he's wearing a t-shirt today, no? What color is, no, for example, no? And I don't know, did you, no, in present, because I need to focus in present, because in our presentation we use past and present, no? And or I need to change my presentation in present, for example, no? And make more more funny I think, for me, for my
Funnier, very
students.
good. Excellent, more interesting and funnier.
Me?
Grace. Grace and then and Gabby.
Use more, use like flashcards or something like that, because it's easier to remember vocabulary with flashcards. So I really liked that point.
Let me paraphrase it for you. Use lots of visual aids, lots of flashcards, lot of visual aids. Okay, Gabby and then Rosario.
For me, the better class is Alberto and Betty, because they have a happy class, divertida,
Funny.
and the time is the correct, no more time.
Okay, so according to the clock. Very good. Rosario.
Now I can show you. You were speaking about visual aids. I think everyone, and more so now online, we need visual aids. And I'm going to show you. Can you see my screen?
It's loading. Yes, there you go.
Okay, then this is my vocabulary, and I used to use sentences, but when we read the definition, I ask them to use the word in a sentence, and the question is like the critical thinking part, right? Because yeah, my students now, some of them have the level to answer or to think about these questions, right? And synonyms and antonyms, like opposites, are very helpful too, because it really takes you to another level, right? To really grasp the information. The GIFs, everyone loves a GIF. Can you see the GIF? And it's hypnotizing. It's like you can see it, like, right? So that's crashed. And these are words that we are going to use on the reading selection. So this is to clarify the reading the next day, right? Perfect. So this is, again, I'm taking them to another level, because perfect, raining, the dog, right? The dog's expression is not like the perfect day, right? So the question clarifies that. Pond, yeah, we're talking about frogs too, so pond, splashing, again, GIFs are great, because then you have conversation, then you have, oh, the ocean, can you see the ocean? Is it calm? Where's the antonym of calm, or the opposite of calm? It's like traveled, and well, that's the book, right? So that's one day, and then I make a game. Usually it's a word search or a memory game or something to connect the words again, right?
Very good. Thank you, Rosario. So this is that was a vocabulary presentation, no?
Yeah.
With
only vocabulary.
Is this for primary, for elementary school? Not.
Second grade, yeah, second grade.
Second grade
and of elementary, yeah, elementary.
Yeah, but
primary school.
Beatriz, but Rosario is fresa. She works for a very fresa school.
It's a private school. No, it's not that fresa. I don't earn that much. No, it's not that fresa.
It's like when I was working with the Tec de Monterrey, no, the parking lot was divided into two, the students and the teachers.
That's fresa. The Tec is fresa. My school is not that.
Well, yeah, but, the first part of the parking lot, you know, the BMWs, the Jaguars, the girls, the Beatles, and those
I
days
know.
the Beatles was very expensive, and then the teachers, the bochos, the surus, the so yes, I know. So and another just for everybody, Rosario, your point was to have visual aids. Yes. Now, Rosario is teaching in a CLIL school. She's teaching a CLIL. It's called Content Learning English something something. In other words, she works for a bicultural school. So, in other words, she uses the material that somebody in the States or in England would use. Okay, if you have that flashcard like that presentation with a lot of words and the image in a normal English class, it would be bad for you. Too much oro.
They will hate us.
You will
And
have
hate
in the
English too.
flashcard maybe a small, very small definition. Okay, in other words, Rosario is teaching English like en primaria se le enseña español a los niños.
Oh, yes.
Okay, that's different.
Is she in a bilingual school, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, bilingual yeah, I have a problem with that term. It's a bicultural school, but yes, it's a bilingual.
Yeah, it's like half of the time is Spanish and half of the time is English.
Yes. So if you see it, you wouldn't have that in a normal English class. It's too much. It's too many words. So you have.
And it's very advanced.
Because what is the difference? Because she's supposed to, and emphasis on the supposed to, have very advanced level students. But that's not reality, right, Rosario?
Exactly. But for instance, with these lesson on adjectives, I made them go to the kitchen and get a fruit or a vegetable, you know. So they have to describe the fruit or the vegetables using adjectives, right? Using the eyes, the ears, the mouth, the touch, you know, and they were and you can do that with adults too, right?
Yes.
Or maybe on the clothing lesson, you can have them bring a sweater because we're at home, right? A sweater or a pair of pants or something and describe them and, you know, or whatever, right? So.
Right. Exactly. That is called TPR and it's one of the topics in the classroom and then in the class, TPR, total physical response. All right. Very good. So common denominator, visual aids, watch the time, be careful on the warm up, not too challenging, not too boring, not too long. Everybody agrees?
Yes.
Okay, very cool. All right, I'm gonna be sending you. Excuse me, my daughter Mamba came to say hello. I'm gonna be sending you over the WhatsApp a paper from Cambridge about CLT. CLT is communicative language teaching. Is a pretty much the new tendency for English classes. Okay, well, it's not really that new. It's like 10 years old, but you know, it's the difference between the Kool-Aid teacher and a good teacher. So I'm gonna be sending it to you for homework. Go over it, read it, and I'll be asking you through the weekend some questions, and then you answer those questions to me in private. Okay? So let's call it a day. And I'll be, as soon as we finish the session, I'll be sending the paper so you start reading it. We still have like half an hour, so you can take those minutes to read it. So then you won't have any excuse like, ay, no, es que el fin de semana vino mi viejo y nos fuimos. No, 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 no. You're supposed to have the class until 1. So take these 30 minutes to take advantage of them to read it. All right? Cool. So selfie for today. There you go. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2. Very good, excellent. So I'll be sending it to you in a moment. Oh, you weren't here, Rosario? Oh my Lord, okay, again. Una, dos,
Oh,
tres.
yeah, no.
1, 2.
I was here, but I was listening.
You were watching porn. 1, 2. Okay, very good. Okay, cool. So I'll send it to you. Start reading it, and then through the day, I'll be sending the questions for you to answer the questions, okay? Thank you very much, Antonia. Very nice to see you again. It's a pleasure.
Sorry. Yes, Gerson, the pleasure is mine. It's very, very nice. Your class is very nice. And I hope to be more active next week, please.
Yes,
so
yes.
I,
Yeah, definitely. You will be, I'm sure. All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much. See you next week. Have a nice weekend. Drink a lot, party a lot, have sex. Don't go outside. So that's pretty much that you can do, right? Eat and have sex and drink. So do that. Don't go outside. Not you, Grace. You're too young. It's okay.
Thank you. Goodbye. Have a nice week.
Bye.